On Saturday, September 14th, Pat Angel's back in action. But this time there's a twist. And you see, the last time I checked, the only important twist in all of professional wrestling is the Angel's twist. But this time they have a mystery opponent involved. And we don't know who that is. He might be from my own Ryse locker room or a different locker room. But the fact of the matter is this. When I say I have the Angel Army right by my side, it's not just another catchphrase that you hear all the time. It's not just a famous quote that people say. No. You see, when I say I have the Angel Army right by my side, I mean every word I say. So it doesn't matter who comes out that curtain. They better prepare themselves for a war, because I never fly alone. And that's all I gotta say, because the Angel Army is here to stay.
Introducing first, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 235 pounds, this is Vesper.
Here we are at the Fayette County Fair. My name's Jim Amata. The youngster Vesper, who we saw make his Ryse debut in the Ryse Rumble some weeks ago, looking to try to make an impact here in his first singles match in Ryse Wrestling, but he has drawn a tough customer. We saw a different side of AJ Alexander when he reemerged from his excursion in Japan at the Ryse Rumble. His attitude may be very different, but make no mistake about it, AJ Alexander did not fly over an ocean to go on vacation. He spent 6 months in the dojos of Japan. No frills, no nonsense. And he learned each and every day under the legendary Yoshihiro Tajiri. I don't think it's a stretch to say that this is the best AJ Alexander we've seen in his young career. But at the same time, AJ's come back with a lot of hype, a lot of bravado. Vesper could shut that all down. Vesper, a very mysterious young man. We don't know much about him. He wasn't available for any pre-match comments. Of course, we saw AJ make his presence known in the Ascension Championship match. Again, there's still more to that story, more questions than we have answers. And you can see the ultra aggressiveness from Alexander, rubbing the forearm into the face. A lot of bravado from Alexander as well. He may have brought a bad attitude back from Japan, but he certainly brought a very deep toolbox as well. Nice job by Vesper, knows to get his opponent to the canvas because that's where you can win the matchup. And this is what Vesper may need to do, have to stick and move here. Big lariat took Alexander out of his shoes. Referee Brad McGowan finds just 2. Vesper going to look to press forward here. Man, leg sweep and a double stomp from Alexander, the low-key special right there. And you can see almost the disdain that AJ has for his opponent here. And this is not where the young man wants to be. The style of AJ Alexander since returning from Japan can be best described as a meat grinder. He will chew opponents up. And notice how methodical Alexander is as well, really taking his time to pick apart an opponent, making no mistakes whatsoever, taking no unnecessary chances. And take a listen to this. And quite frankly, AJ Alexander is just making a statement here. He wants to let everyone know at the Fayette County Fair and everyone watching this matchup that he is here to beat down opponents. He doesn't care about friendships. He doesn't care about popularity contests. He's a mercenary. He shows up, he wins, he makes the money.
AJ, off the fair, how many times?
And you want to talk about a page out of the playbook of the Japanese buzzsaw. That's another trademark maneuver from Tajiri. And when you look at Alexander, you can see the shape that he's in, the best shape of his career. When I talked to him earlier, he said he lost 44 pounds training in the dojos of Japan. The best shape of his career, and quite frankly, as I said, this may be the best AJ we've ever seen. But we're going to see if he could weather the storm of Vesper here. Big spine buster. Two and a half. You have to give Vesper credit. He was taking a beating in there, and he's weathering the storm. He's not going to fold under the pressure. He's got tenacity, if nothing else. Alexander intercepts. Oh, man. He may have knocked Vesper out. You saw the head snap back on impact. And he got planted. Good night. Game over. Hey, wait a minute here. I believe AJ recognizing the efforts. Oh, AJ knew he was in for a fight. Or did he? Come on. That's absolutely unnecessary. What does that prove? What is the point of that, AJ? And in comes Crystal Russo. Thank God someone's here to stop this assault, because that's all it is. Vesper can barely stand. What would Vesper have done if LaRusso wasn't here? And what in the world has gotten into AJ Alexander? We saw Jason Hendrix get involved, make his return when he cost Christian Noir a matchup against Glenn Spector. We saw him at the Ryse Rumble, but as I said, there are more questions than answers around Jason Hendrix. The British export has turned a lot of heads here in Ryse Wrestling. And the audience here in the Fayette County Fair are rolling for one Brandon Lee. Jason Hendrix, since this change in attitude, has been expanding his horizon, so to speak. He competes regularly for NWA Exodus in Cleveland, Ohio Valley Wrestling out of Louisville, Kentucky, and of course here in Ryse Wrestling. But as I said, we have no idea what form of Jason Hendrix we are seeing here. This certainly isn't the poster boy, and it appears that Hendrix has his own agenda he's been preaching, so to speak, here. There's the bell here. My name's Jim Amato. We are at the EQT Arena. This is Ryse Wrestling. Jason Hendrix not making friends early. Of course, as we know, Brandon Lee, the British export, is a student of one Oliver Gray. And during the past few months that Lee has been in America, many pundits of this industry have taken notice. Many insiders are predicting a very bright future for Brandon Lee. But of course, right now, he has to get through Jason Hendrix, who has been a difficult equation for anyone to solve, let alone understand. Walk up here. Hendrix immediately going for the handful of hair. Yeah, Brandon Lee's not going to be pushed around. He is an aggressive, fiery young athlete who did not fly over the pond for a vacation. He's here to prove himself. He's here to sharpen his skills, and so far he's done just that. This time, Hendrix slaps on that side headlock. Gonna look to neutralize the height advantage of the taller opponent here. Gets shot off. And again, Lee's gonna use his size advantage here to really try to dictate the direction of this contest. A lookout. Hendrix went low and bull rushed Brandon Lee. Very wise strategy, try to chop down the bigger opponent. Shoots him off, up and over goes Lee. Deep arm drag, beautifully done. And Lee is cooking so far. You see that technical prowess that Brandon Lee has that is very reminiscent of the old World of Sport style that was famous in England. Names like Tony Jones, Marty St. Clair, Dynamite Kid, Davey Boy Smith, down and down the line. But that's just an old-fashioned chop to the chest. Shoots Hendrix in here. Wise from Brandon Lee, knows he can win the matchup inside the ring ropes. Oh man, oh no! Brandon Lee got hung up, and you can tear an ACL very, very quickly in that predicament. Matchmaker Chris LaRusso trying to check on Brandon Lee, and unfortunately there's nothing LaRusso can do about it. Referee Brad Mitchell has the authority in there and did not stop the contest. Jason Hendrix, it wasn't ethical, but it was within the rules and effective. Jason Hendrix was not going to allow Brandon Lee any time to recover. And immediately, Brandon Lee favoring that knee. This could be a turning point in this contest. Just a 2 count there from referee Brad Mitchell. And I believe that Brandon Lee's digging down. He's firing up. He says, you want to take out my knee? I'm going to fight you tooth and nail. Oh, man, but again. Hendrix targeting the injury. And it's not polite. It's not a pretty side of this sport, but it's absolutely the smart move. Look at the way that Hendrix angles his body to maximize the torque and thus the leverage on the chin lock. Lee works his way back up to a vertical base. Got cut off by Hendrix. Oh man, headbutt right on the point of the chin. Diving ace crusher absolutely flattens Jason Hendrix. And can Brandon Lee rally here? He beat Hendrix to the punch that time, and again. Can Brandon Lee gut through the pain in the knee? And man, it just seems like anytime Lee builds any momentum, that knee is the Achilles heel, so to speak. Innovative offense from Lee. Gets the arm over. 2.5. Brandon Lee kicking it into second gear. Brandon Wee's got some real horsepower in those legs. Oh man, again, Hendrix cutting him off. And as eccentric as Hendrix might be, and we don't understand what his motives are, he is certainly very high ring IQ. Look out, superplex. Major collision with the canvas. Lee looks out of it. This could be all. And Brandon Lee will not be denied. What in the world does Hendrix have planned? I'm telling you, this guy's lost it. He's one flew over the cuckoo's nest. Wait a minute, Lee puts on the brakes out the back door. Wait a minute, referee Brad Mitchell. He got him. I couldn't quite see it from my vantage point. While we still don't know the story with Hendrix,
Thank you.
I'm gonna tell you what, despite his eccentric nature, I believe the bottom line is Hendrix is going to be very, very dangerous here in Ryse Wrestling.